Well, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. Jeff said first, and then Troy, Adventure in America, said thank you for the gifted membership. I really appreciate it. Well, I am so happy that you're part of the membership side. Yay! Um, no, those are not the ones you got me. No.
So you got more.
Yeah, but they're not the right. Uh, they're not the right gummy bears.
Sure I got you the ones you like. The rock
Um, let's see. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, Troy, for the $1.99. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
What we appreciate about you.
There's brother Troy. Might have gotten here first, but at least I got to hug you to all. There is Ohio Valley Prepping. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. There's Alexander. Hi, my project is done finally. Now I gotta edit. Oh, don't you just love editing?
I don't have a problem.
It's because you don't do it. Yeah. Hi again.
Well, I don't have
There is Beth. Hi, Beth. There is Lori. Lori's prepping for heaven. I don't have a song for you today, but welcome in. Welcome in. There's Rhonda Dotson. Hello, Rhonda. How are you? Uh, Waves from the floor won't be staying long, but hi to all. Well, thank you for coming in. There's Peter, Old Man King Homestead. Hello, hello. Sup, home slice.
Sup.
Everybody's saying hello to each other. I love that. I love that. Let's see. Everybody's still saying hello. That's awesome. I like seeing the chat saying hi to each other. I do have a favor from one of my moderators. I was on Facebook and saw that STP, as some of y'all know her, the Southern Tier Prepper, if one of y'all would share her link, she like a little over 100 left to hit her, what is it, 1K or something like that. Y'all, we can get her there. Come on. So if you don't know her, somebody drop Southern Tier Prepper inside the chat. Let's see. I thought I saw somebody else come in. There is Kelly, Rebel at Heart. Hello, Kelly. There is Tina, Rainy Ridge. Hello, Tina and Eric. Welcome in. Welcome in. I did tell STP that I was gonna have one of my moderators throw her link up in the chat. So, yay! That is awesome. So if we can get her, because everybody knows we've been there. For those who hit their 1K already, how tough it is to get to that 1K. And I know there's people in here that haven't hit even their 500. So let me know where you're at. Drop your link. You can drop your link if you want to. That's okay with me. If you need help, just say what you need help with. That way, our awesome chat can help you with that. Let's see. There is JS Genesis Designs. Hello, hello. And there is the link right there. Brother Jeff has put it in there. There is Lori Carp. Hello, Lori. Welcome in. There is Figuring It Out with Catfish. What's up? What's up? Hey, I'm enjoying your videos. That's awesome. 65. You're at 65? Or she needs 65 more?
65 more.
What?
I don't know. This one says 904.
That one says 904?
Yeah.
Okay. STP is good people. Yes. Yes. So, got Southern Tier Prepper. I will check with other channels. Awesome. Let's see. Thank you so much for putting all that information for people. Okay, JS Genesis has 65 subs.
Oh.
So we have to get you at least to that 100. Come on, y'all. So yeah, that's what I love about people sharing links. If the community doesn't know you, you're in the right community right now. Just saying. So, let's see. Yes, STP is amazing. Woohoo! She's at 904 right now. Let's get her higher. And she's not even in the chat yet, as far as I know. Everybody's saying hello. Think I'm at 229, but it's only been. Hey, you are doing great. You're doing great. So yes. Yes, my moderators, if you can just share out links, and if you don't know somebody, you're not subscribed to somebody, subscribe to their channel, because everybody in chat is just amazing. There is Ace. Hello, Ace. Oh wait, it's 69. LOL. Hi, Motley. Motley is 905 to Southern Tier Prepper. Yay! That's great. I'm at 73, trying to hit 100. So let's make this live about helping people out, and if you're not subscribed,
can't just sub.
Yeah, you can't just sub,
you gotta watch a video,
yes,
and leave a comment,
yes,
and like, and do all the things, because
if you just hit the subscribe button,
they'll take it back.
They'll take it away.
Will be like, oh, yes, they're just subbing to everybody. So you have to actually,
yes,
put a little
I
more.
think everybody here is doing amazing. Thank you, mods, for dropping links. And if you have a wrench, share your own page. That's okay. Say where you're at and what you need help with. I'm on the phone. Sorry, can't drop links. It's all right. 221. LOL. Hey, that's good. That's good. You'll get there. I see a lot more people going into your lives, Lori, and I love that. Because a lot of people, they're so busy during the day and right about now, that sometimes the late night ones, they like to get on there and chat. So I love it. Let's see. Julie Cook. Hey, beautiful Amy and Chris. On my way to bed. Hey, all you other wonderful people. Well, you have a good night's sleep. This is Adventure America's Miniature Schnauzer. Oh, Motley. We started a weekly live stream called 0 Hour, Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
It's Ohio and rural and Vision, I believe. I'm almost positive.
Let's see. Was great. Needed a Sunday live too. Aw. I know you have been sharing my channel. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
Maybe Gibbs needs his own channel.
I know there's a few people who would subscribe to Gibbs. About
it's OVP rule.
Yeah.
And half-ass ready.
Brother Troy, if you want to put it in the chat, what the big news, the big thing that's gonna happen. David Moffat is in here. Where did I miss David Moffat?
Oh, somebody said something about David Moffat.
Oh, because somebody said, hey, at David Moffat. So I look forward to your lives every week, and I enjoy them. Oh, that's so awesome. That is so awesome. So they call them the Three Amigos because they traveled together to Mid-America. Brother Troy Sutton, David Moffat, and Greg. They are going to be doing a live on Saturday, I want to say. Saturday. I'll have to look. How Brother Troy said. Greg just told me that the live will be on David's channel, and it will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Saturday. So that is awesome. We'll see how that all goes. He's part of the Zero thing. Our guest this coming Sunday is Mike from Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. That is awesome. There's Faith, aka Grumpy. I don't think David Moffat is in here. I think
and I don't think he's part of the Zero thing that OVP is talking about.
No.
It's a different thing.
Yeah. What I was asking Troy about. That's why I was talking about David Moffat. So David Moffat isn't in here yet.
And he's not part of the 0 hour.
No. There's two different things. Saturday night at 7. I thought it was 7 Eastern. Is it 7 Central? I thought it was Eastern for Greg.
Troy said 7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. So everybody's saying hello to Faith. There it is. It is that's that's what it's called, y'all. That's what it's called.
That's why I said it. I don't care.
There is Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. Welcome in, Lisa. There's David Moffat's live link. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. There is Fisherman 506. Hello. Welcome in. Everybody's still sharing links. I can't find figuring it out with catfish. Somebody share figuring it out with catfish again. Hopefully that link works for Beth. And Lisa says, whatever. I was just saying, dang, I'm so confused. No, it's on David Moffat. That's what I was asking Troy about. It's David Moffat's page that he's going to be going live on. It's going to be all three of them. No, YouTube. David, Greg, and Troy. And I think that's probably going to be very interesting to. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to watch.
I get behind that.
So everybody's saying hello to each other. And if you can grow from this live, hey, that's awesome. Faith, where are you at on your subscribers? I know she's been putting out shorts. And she's been putting out some, I don't know when the last time she put a video out, but she has put some shorts on there. So I'll just have to see where she's at. Let's see.
I have no idea.
Let's see. I'm gonna look. Brother Troy is up to 94 subscribers. Guess I'm not the only one without a life. Love and thanks to everyone. That's awesome. Oh, Faith is up to 106 subscribers. How awesome is that? Everybody loves Grumpy in this community. And Brother Troy, you have, there's a lot of, yeah, I know. There's a lot of,
what if I didn't like it?
Well,
I liked it because you hit like.
Too bad.
Great.
Faith, your dad, I just liked it for him. So, I don't know. There's a lot of great things I can tell.
Biggest ones. Everything else is like little, and then those two just.
Yeah. So, let's see. Thanks, Tina. Made the connection. Awesome. But I don't know. I can say a lot of great things about just about every single one of y'all in this chat tonight. And every week I'm so excited to have y'all here.
She's been doing this for over a year.
She has?
Her first video.
Whoa! Faith has
ago.
had her channel for over a year now. That's awesome. This will be our second year. October 8th will be our second year, right? Yes.
It will be the end of our second year.
Yeah, we'll be the end of our second year. Hope y'all had a safe trip home, Beth. Who doesn't love Chicken Little, aka Grumpy? Hi, Scotty. I know he calls her Chicken Little. Because she just does not like chickens at all. At all. Figure out my favorite niece, Grumpy, would outdo me. Hey, you're getting there. There is Fuzzy Adventures and more. Hello, I just got done uploading a video and doing other things, and plus Tuber Chat. Yeah, he's a great guy, Kevin. Kevin usually comes in here he comes in here sometimes, and everybody knows my words are hard this week, so I like to talk fast, and then my mind just jumbles. Yeah, I know. I used to know words too. But yeah, he usually comes in here when he's not live himself, and he'll share, with the community and stuff. There's Palmetto Paratrooper. Hello, hello. What's up? What's up? Waves from the floor, still dealing with the needy dog. Aw. So yeah, if y'all didn't see my last video, y'all need to go check it out. Grumpy was on the video with me.
He made a short too.
And I did make a short too. Yeah, it was from that video. Yeah, I'm learning new things on how to do the short from a live or a video itself. Yeah, I'm learning. Yeah, because I was like, how are people doing where it's two different screens? Like if there's two different people, but when it's long form, it cuts people off if you're trying to make it into a short. So I figured out how to do where it's on top of each other, and I like it. My wiper cover scratched the back glass for a long time. The other day, the heat made it explode. Oh no! Whoa! That's not good. Let's see. Everybody's still saying hi to each other. Let's see. Everybody's still saying hi. Palmetto Pictures, saw that nuts. Happens in Arizona all the time. Gotta crack the windows. That's what I may have to do on some of the hot days is crack my windows so that my windows don't break. Well, or do you think there'll be a difference?
It don't get that hot. Like Arizona gets hotter than me.
Okay.
And the crack on there is what did it. The wipers covering, like scraping it, creates a. It's just like when you score tile with little tile saws, and then you put a little bit of pressure. It
doesn't take much to break glass if it's scratched. Any crack or chip or scratch in the glass will weaken it. That's what he was just telling me. I was like, oh, I don't want my windows to break. Nope. Absolutely not.
I've got a big bottle of 410A out there in the van that is made out of propane. Woo! In Arizona, 410 blows up in heat and air vans all the time. It's a thing.
No. Only happens here once in a while when the windows have cracks or chips in them. If the windows aren't damaged, it's fine. There is Bill and Mikey. Hello, celebrating farm life. Wanted to stop in and say hi, catching up on videos. It is so hard to catch up on videos. But I'm getting there, y'all. I'm making my rounds. Also, I live on the north slope of a hill, so it gets cold. and they got smacked with direct sunlight. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof, oof, oof.
Cold glass, and then sunlight will do
it. Faith, remember you got 2 subs for me. Scruffy Mountaineer Patriot. That's Brother Troy. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. It's definitely a rare thing. I can tell when somebody moved from Arizona, all their windows are really dark tinted because other than Arizona, most states make it illegal to tint that dark. I know. I see a lot of videos out there where they're getting stopped by police and saying that their tint's too dark and it needs to be lightened up. Yes, it is right now with all of us being so busy right now. Yep. There is Glenn Anderson. Hello, welcome in, Glenn. I cannot believe Celebrating Farm Life does not have a wrench. What is happening? What is happening?
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things and things and stuff. We'll change that. Yup. Yup. Let's see. Thank you for sharing their link. I'm going to have to turn my... Oh, no. If y'all want to come up and say hello, you're more than welcome. I do that every week.
I can't even watch your members only video.
No, because you're not a member. Nope. Glenn Anderson. Hey, Mr. Glenn. Saw your message. Hope you're feeling better. We'll talk soon. YouTube loves to take wrenches away. Yeah, they do. And then at the same time, there's people just like as easy as you can get a wrench, people do take them away. But yes. Yeah. Hold on, let me do this right quick because I almost forgot again. Like I said, if you're a moderator and you want to drop your link, I'm okay with that. I would jump on, but I'm at work. Oh, work. What is work? I had to run off for a bit. Who lost their wrench? I thought Celebrating Farm Life had a wrench and they didn't, and now they do. And if you're interested in being a moderator and you're a moderator on somebody else's page, let me know. Let's see. Celebrating Farm Life, you are great folks. Can't wait for next year. Let's see. I lost my meter. Let's see, everybody. There is Resourceful Living Homestead. Kathy and Brian. Hello, hello. I moderate a lot of places. Okay. I can you're in a lot of our lives, so I know who you are. Let's see, where'd you go? Why did that not go? That's weird. So there we go. Let's see. I have too many wrenches already. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Let's see. Doing it from PC makes it way easier and faster to swap the bots and stuff. There is Jennifer Ocean Homestead. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome in. Let's see. Woo. So, what did we do this week? Weekend. He worked this weekend. I didn't. There goes again. What is going on? Let's see. She said, "Oh no, don't make me a moderator. I have no clue how to do that." I'm still trying to figure out how to link our channel to ads. Oh, are those wrenches standard or metric? I don't know.
This is America, so they are SAE.
Let's see. 10:25 here, passing out, but I can probably make it till tractor and car part talk. We haven't got to that part yet.
But we can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what you want.
I mean, it's standard. She says it's standard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm.
What palmetto paratrooper said.
Let's see where did it go? Where did it go? Am I still up here? This is my wrench. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah.
That's a military thing.
It's good to see everyone. Yes, it's good to see. Good to hear you say American wrenches. America, right?
Yeah, this is America. We do SAE. America. We do Imperial. We don't do metric.
It's a quote from Full Metal Jacket. I don't know what that is. It just comes out as a little box on my screen. Ohio Valley prepping. Be right back. Okay. Made in the USA. I just replaced a rifle with a wrench. American wrenches. That's right. It's a barbecue grill. Oh, yeah. I didn't see it. All I saw was a little box. That's all it came up. Let's see. Full Metal Jacket is a movie, Amy. I know that.
It's also a freedom seed.
Mm-hmm. It is. As Corbin would say, Merca. Yeah. It's a fondue pot. Fondue pot. I have someone coming out here tomorrow. Tyler's coming out here tomorrow, and he's gonna get the yard around the animals where I can get to them and easier, because this rain is ridiculous, and we can't hardly get to the animals. Well, some of them we can, but Diesel is pretty hard to get to.
I can get them.
Well, when the grass is as tall or almost as tall as me, it kind of makes it hard for me to get to my animals, and I don't like it.
I'm making deer habitat.
Yeah, whatever.
Deer love it.
So. I grilled chicken tonight and put a bunch of eggs on it. Hard smoked eggs. What? There's Treasure Hunter Neil. Hello, hello. It's not a choppa with a hoppa. I was talking to the neighbor about the Ozark meetup. My favorite FMJ quote is, "How can you shoot women and children? Easy. You just lead them so much."
Don't lead them so much.
Oh, don't lead them so much.
They don't move as fast.
Irony, eggs, chicken on the grill, and my chickens are all running around the grill while I was cooking their kids. So far, as long as things go as planned, I should be able to close on the foreclosure I prayed for within 2 to 3 weeks. Financing is approved. Just paperwork now. Awesome, Jennifer.
You moving down south into America?
Are you moving to America? Are you moving to America? Is it going to be closer? If I lived in
Canada, I'd move to America.
Is it going to be closer? My earring is bugging the bejeezies out of me. Okay, it's fixed. Okay. I just saw it like backwards and weird.
If I was there.
Sorry, dark humor isn't for everyone.
If I lived in Canada, I'd move to America. And I'm not saying anything negative about Canada. Hey.
TNT Adventures. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in.
It's a good place to visit.
Bye.
I just wouldn't want to, reside there.
Alexander is leaving. Good night.
So, who's with me on America being the greatest country on the planet? Show hands.
Well, they can show hands. Yeah, they
got the little emojis.
Only for the preppers. A Ronco at home. Do it yourself. Root canal. Oof. 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 No. 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 Everyone be safe with all these protests going on. There will be a long going on this weekend. If you can, stay home and stay safe. She said, me. Hands. Not, no, but closer. LOL. It's almost right on Maine border, like 5 minutes from the border. Can't afford medical care in the U.S. One hospital stay and you lose your house paying for it. Let's see.
I have found a.
He don't like going to the doctor, y'all. Crazy. I showed my daughter the LA riots and said, "This is why we live in the middle of nowhere." I love America and the freedoms we used to have. Alexander is saying good night. Jennifer, he's leaving. He's leaving because you entered chat. She asked me why we don't move to another country, and I laughed and said they're all worse.
And I'm not saying it's perfect, but it could be far, far worse.
Rodney King riots wasn't much different. I couldn't have said it any better. There is Wanda Henry. Welcome in, Wanda. Welcome in.
And even after all the ones they've squashed, we still have more than most everybody else.
Yup. Let's see. I shared the link. It's pinned to the top. I am surprised. Okay, if Jeff World 2IC is still in here, he's usually pointing out my sponsorship program or wannabe sponsorship, and it is not sponsored by Milwaukee, but I would love to be sponsored by Milwaukee. Just saying. Let's see.
Yeah.
It ain't perfect, but it's the best of all the rest.
All the rest. And like that guy right there just said, I agree. And
yep.
The next one.
I think we passed it.
But they are talking like if you're a patriot now, you consider yourself a patriot. They act like that's a bad thing.
Ace, thank you for sharing Lauren's link. I haven't seen her in here, but you are more than welcome to share her live in here, or not her live, but her page. That is awesome. Tisha's life is running long and I'm bouncing back and forth. That is okay. Chris, you better check around the compound for bottles. Amy has been having speech problems lately. Words are hard, y'all, especially when I'm like, when I'm trying to talk really, really fast. I can say it in my brain, but then when I transfer it to my mouth, it doesn't come out as words.
It doesn't come out like that.
Milwaukee's best. There's Arc Wildman Survival. Hello. Welcome in. I appreciate everyone. The Giggle Fest. Yes, me and Faith. Okay, as soon as I started recording, the dog knocked over his bucket. The chicken started going off.
The turkey jumped up on the top of the thing, which makes this big loud thump.
So we started laughing. Yeah, we started laughing because it was hilarious. Everybody's saying hello. It's fun to talk once you learn how. Yeah, exactly. But sometimes words are hard. Yay! Fuzzy Adventures and More started following celebrating farm life. That's awesome. Lindsey Graham once sent the FBI to my door over a Facebook post because she hates my dad. Neither side likes me. Oh no. That's crazy. What else? Are we gonna talk about? Face appointment this week, because she is weekly, is Thursday morning. So We're excited. Everything so far is going really great. If you checked out Grumpy's channel, or if you haven't checked out Grumpy's channel, she has put, she put a short of the baby's heartbeat. So
baby
you
can
gotta
be a Facebook kid before she's even born.
YouTube, yeah, YouTube.
Oh yeah, well,
YouTube.
That too. She's one of them.
Yep.
Kids.
I have a book called Speech for Dummies. I probably should use that, but I probably still mess up on my words. That's who broke your back window.
You can't talk. You sure as crap can't read.
Nope. He doesn't have the book. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. I gotta bounce. Glad you all could see me.
Well,
have a good day. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. What is Maribel calling me about? Hello? Hello? Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. She's called me several times. What is going on? That's rude.
So was making a phone call on live.
Hello? Okay. Bye. I tell everybody Tuesday, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. I go live unless I put it out that I'm not going to go live. And I think people have forgotten. And they make phone calls. She was like, I forgot it's Tuesday. And you go live. Let's see. Thank you so much. We'll do the same. No, she wasn't butt dialing. She was actually trying to get a hold of me, but then when I called her back, she was like, "Oh, I forgot you were live tonight." Every Tuesday, y'all.
It's really not that important.
Yeah. So it could be Corbin trying to talk. I don't know. But yeah. Let's see. I'm literally, I had stuff planned to talk about in this live, and my brain is just like oof. Let's see. I was just about to ask you not to put that on the screen, and you I did. Yep. She does it on purpose. LOL. No.
She clicks on everything.
Yes.
Clickety. And even when people put stuff on there that shouldn't be read out loud or seen, or mods need to kick off, she'll still click it and put it on the screen.
Like, I should have did that. So, I've told myself that I was gonna read them and then put them on there. That doesn't usually happen because I'm like click. Yeah, so it usually, whoops. It's all right. It's okay. I've seen worse in some of the chats, especially the prepping community. Some of them, like when they're talking about stuff happening in the world, they don't care on their channel. Yeah. They're cursing like a sailor. They don't care. So I've seen worse.
Some of them were sailors at one point.
Yeah.
So
right. Yes. I've had a hard time saying things I think are true when I probably should shut up.
Yeah. I have to muzzle up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think I'm one stem short. Stem cell short. Glenn. Oh Lord. So if y'all have noticed that me and Lauren have not been going live on Wednesday mornings, that's something that I wanted to talk about. With face appointments getting I didn't cuss for almost 2 years, then I joined the army. Hold on. Hi, brother. So because Faith's appointments are weekly now, and I'm going to be really busy with appointments and everything. And then sometimes Lauren's, she's busy. Um, Lauren has decided that we're going to put a pin in our Wednesday mornings until we can be there for our subscribers and be there consistently. So for right now, they have been put on hold. And I agreed with Lauren that maybe that's what we should do for right now. I don't want to.
On Wednesday, not on Wednesday.
Well, they scheduled them until she's 39 weeks. So we didn't choose the date. So like this week she has one on Thursday. But last week it was Wednesday. What are you doing, brother? But last week it was Wednesday. Uh-oh. So I know a lot of y'all people were were wondering. I even changed it on my, when I did my video last. I only mentioned my Tuesday and my Wednesday lives. Didn't mention me and Lauren because, for right now, there's a pin in it. There's Musgrave Family Farm. Hello, hello. Everybody's saying hello to you, brother. There you go. I'm using 4G on my old flip phone. Keep that flip phone for as long as you can. Hold on, it's such a great name. Troy's looking at us. So yeah, I haven't seen Brother Chris in here from Texas Raider. I haven't seen him tonight. Is he asleep? Is he on another live?
Amy, could I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I am so upset. There's two people I have not seen come up on your lives yet. One of them is my favorite niece, Grumpy. And Jeff at 2 Rural IC.
It's been a little bit. It's been a little bit since Jeff from Rural 2IC has come up on panel. Yep. He's not here. I'm wondering too, right? He's usually one of the first ones. Texas Raider Chris, he's one of the first ones inside the chat, and he has not been. I think the last time I messaged him was gosh, when was that? Saturday. Saturday was the last time I heard from Brother Chris. So if y'all can figure out, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can trust my mouth filter enough to go on someone else's live. Hope him and Faith are okay. I know. And he may be a lurker. I don't know. I also have to randomly go scare some children into behaving appropriately. So what have you been up to, Brother Troy?
Not much of anything. I'm just trying. Actually, I'm just trying to plan everything out and to get ready for next year. April is going to hopefully be kind of fun next year.
Ooh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about because I think you have said it in other lives. But if you don't want to say it here, that's fine.
The plan is hopefully I will be spending a whole week, or not a whole week, an entire month out in the Arkansas, Oklahoma area just to visit my family and friends out there.
There you go. Well, we loved it when you were down here. at the
Yeah.
meetup. So
It was just too short, so I figured if I can get me and my truck hauled out there, I will be able to get around and go visit everybody one on one. And
that'd
so,
be awesome. That would be so awesome. Celebrating Farm Life said we need to catch up with you. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. Yes. There is Lacey P.
Yeah.
Summers. Hello, Lacey.
yes, we do Celebrating Farm Life.
There is RNC Acres. Hello, Courtney. There's Courtney. RNC Acres has been putting stuff out there too. So if y'all do not know RNC Acres, you should go subscribe, watch some videos, like some videos, leave some comments. That's Ryder and Courtney.
And they are very great people too, with some of the most excellent kids.
Oh, they did. All those kids loved hanging with you. Dang, I'm such a bum. I forgot the thumb. Lori. Oh man. I tried to make my eyes as big as Troy's. That is so funny. But yeah, when you came up, I was explaining why we hadn't been live on at 9:00, me and Lauren. So I hadn't been asked, and I haven't got any messages, but I wanted to let people know that right now Lauren has put a pin in it, and I agree with her on we have to be there for the subscribers. And right now we're just in a busy season, so we're just not gonna be doing the in the kitchen with Amy and Lauren for right now. So
rude.
I know it is, but with Faith, she's getting close, y'all. There's Avid. Hi, Avid. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
He said 3 weeks.
I think.
Yeah.
Isn't the Faith 3 weeks out?
Yes, she's 3 weeks out. Yep. And it could be any day. Like because she's already head down, and it could be any time.
She was 4 weeks early herself.
Yeah, she was 4 weeks early herself.
So
she's so tiny.
She's been impatient her whole darn life.
Hi, Ryder. There's Ryder.
That is the longest name I've ever seen.
Ryder Leonard with RNC Acres Slim Chance Outdoors.
Good Lord.
Well, he's a Leonard, so he's got to make it a.
Yeah, he's got to make it as long as our family is, right? I bought a test harness for my phone.
Family was, but I love every one of them, and I'm following more of the Leonard family on all the different platforms and stuff, and so my days are filled now.
Aw. Maybe I need to take you off the big screen. LOL. There's a lot. I know he's got that big old TV. What did he say? It was like 80 inches or something like that. That is a whole lot of me on the TV. I'm just saying, yes, you do not need to watch me on big screen. No one will ever find him. Let's see. That's exciting. I know y'all are. Yes. We're really excited. So she'll be in. 3 weeks is 3 weeks. That's like right there. So
more than 2 weeks, less than 4 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, look, she says I'm back. Had to help Courtney. There's Faye.
Are you back here?
Are you back there? Are you back on the computer?
Are you over there?
Hang on, Faith. Don't leave. You just remind me. I got to go get something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll suck my gut in to try to get around to get out of camera, but
I thought A55 made people life size. No, Avid's TV is like, wow. I don't even think we could fit an 80-inch in here. Not with all our stuff. No,
That's 8 foot right there.
but that would be the whole wall.
8 foot is 96. So
That's
80
crazy.
Is less than that.
She's still at
I can
Courtney's.
read.
She's saying hello, hello, hello. So yeah.
If Faith, let's make a little wager here. If Faith makes it to what, does she have to do a live from the hospital?
Oh, they're definitely going to be.
She's never did a live.
She's never did a live, y'all. She can go live.
While I was out there, and I like to do things for people. It's not for, so I'm not trying to do things to make me look good and everything. That would be a job in itself. But Faith was kind of upset because I gave her stuffed chicken for the little one.
I wasn't. That was hilarious.
Hey, that was great. It's inside the baby crib.
Yeah, but you know what? Faith, this is for you.
Not a chicken.
Oh, it's not a chicken, Faith.
It's
Look
not
at
a
that.
But you will be getting it.
That's cute, brother. Oh, it's got a bow and everything.
Yeah. All my nieces.
And Ryder said, don't hate on the name.
Uh-huh.
And Courtney said, editing a video to post needed help. Yeah. She said, oh, it's cute if it's the bear theme. There is Robert. Hello, Robert. Love the bear. And she said, thank you, Troy. Yeah. I just realized I could project a Zoom call. Visit family like they're standing in front of me. There we go. That bear's as big as Faith.
Right.
But
hi, Mama. Mama's in the chat.
Running around in the circles in the shower to get wet.
Right.
Yeah, she's so tiny. She's nothing but belly right now. Nothing but belly. But her belly's dropped a lot, and that's why I'm like, I'll be surprised if she makes it to 3 weeks.
Just wait for the full moon. Yep, you
gotta wait till the 4th.
He says she's got to wait till the 4th. She's due July 1st, but he wants her to hold her in till
that was her idea. She's like, I would be the daughter that gives you a baby on the 4th of July. I'm like,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
What were you saying that they can make a wager on what?
I was just thinking like she's at 106 subs. So like, what target do we want to shoot for in the next 3 weeks? And if she gets to that target by the 3 weeks, or whenever she goes into labor, whatever. If she reaches that target, then she has to do a live from the hospital.
Yeah. So let's share
first live on her birthday.
Well, she's at 106. So,
right. So what's the target?
What's a good target you think in 3 weeks for Faith to grow her channel so that she can do a live at the hospital? In the 3 weeks, because she's at 106. She said, I have a good feeling I'll make it. I'm going to try to hold her until the 4th. Good luck. Good luck.
Stick a thumb in it.
Yeah, just wait.
Lori says 111.
150. I was thinking 125, but she don't put a lot of content out, so that's
she's getting better at it. So
19 more.
Yeah.
So.
There's Sean. Let's trade paint. Hello, Sean. So we have Lori at 111. You said 125. Tina says 150. So let's share her out and let's grow her channel. Good luck, Faithy. And if she gets to that, Palmetto says 113.
That's Faith. What does she want to hit the target for?
What target do you want to hit? Because if you hit one of these, you have to do a live from the hospital.
From the hospital bed.
Yes.
With the baby.
Yes.
Show everybody the baby on the baby's birthday, like day of birth. I'm exactly 11 minutes
Faith,
old.
A.K. Grumpy. Not Leonard Mountain Homestead. Faith, A.K. Grumpy.
She needs to do a birthing camp.
See?
I just came back and guessed. I don't know what we're talking about. So Faith, A.K. Grumpy, is our daughter. And she has 3 weeks left to have our grandbaby.
Until she calves.
And so her channel is at 106. And we're saying in the 3 weeks that she has left, what is a good to share her and grow her page to help her channel out so that she can do a live from the hospital. And you guessed 125.
So she has to.
125. Let's see. Okay, I'm back.
OVP. What's your guess? What does she want to do?
She said we can do 125, 150. I just subbed to Faith's page. She can do it. I got faith in her. I know I got faith in her too, right?
Somebody told me that one time when I did that joke. The guy have a little faith. I was like, I do. She's in the living room.
Oh, his wife is due July 19th. All these July babies. 133. So Lori has changed it to 133. She changed it to 133. Let's see. 111, 106, 125, 150. Is that standard or metric?
That is
okay.
Standard.
Let's share her out.
We're in America.
And let's, like I said, if you hit that subscribe, make sure you go watch her videos, hit that like button, leave a comment. That way, YouTube doesn't take y'all away from Faith. Musgrave Family Farm says 119.
And make sure
Robert subscribed.
Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, or you will step in chicken poop tomorrow.
111 is too easy, right? 111 is too easy. I thought that was like, okay, that's let's get her to at least 150. Of course her name is Faith.
Because she's at 111.
Yeah, she's at 111 right now, y'all. Woohoo! That's great. So, like I said, been subbed for a while. Yep, right. Avid, you've been subbed to her for a little bit. Troy has been subbed to her. So yeah, I'm pretty sure by 3 weeks she will be at 150. And if she gets to 150, Faith will have her first live at the hospital with baby girl. There you go. Woo! Who's ready for that?
Glad I thought of it.
I know, right? And she's got good content. Like she used to help edit my videos before I took over and started editing because I could figure it out. But she was one of the first ones to help me video.
I bet she's got cooking videos on
her
does.
Channel now. She does. You got to go check that out. So, Musgrave Family Farm says been subbed. I've subbed so many I can't keep up with them all. Glenn, there is a lot. I'm subbed to, I don't even know. I've lost count. But I try to watch every single one of them. And then I'll leave a comment. And then I'll hit the like. But yeah. I have not found a page that or a channel that I've subscribed to that I've hit the dislike for anything. So everybody I watch is just awesome. Those steaks look delicious. Y'all, I ate a steak. I'm not a steak person. Okay. They
Was
didn't
it
have
bone?
bones. It didn't have the bone, but it was thick. And
That was not thick.
it was thick to me.
That was not thick.
It
That was
was
one of the
thick to
thinnest
me.
steaks I've ever seen in my life.
I'm sorry. It was thick to me, and I'm just not a steak
Lord.
person. I love y'all, but I'm not bringing the internet to the hospital room. Y'all ain't the only people online. Thank you, Ace. They shared her link again. But yeah, I have a lot that I'm where's my steak? My mom says, it's gone now. I realized it was getting dark. I'm walking home. Oh, oh no, Faith. She's walking home in the dark.
Yeah. I wish I had a video camera on that one.
Right?
She's like, where's the beef? Where's the beef? Oh man. Every person is a steak person. That doesn't make any sense. I don't eat steak. It's a
steak.
texture thing for me, and you know, it was thick. I'm just not a steak person. I can't do it, y'all. Y'all know me. I'm already
positively un-American.
Strawberry Moon is out here. You better feed your mama. The steaks are gone. The steaks are gone. But I mean, they had good flavor, and they were coming apart. But it was so thick, and I don't know. I just don't like my meat thick. I know, brother. I'm weird. He says yes. Yes, you are.
But just remember.
That is so hilarious. And that is so funny. Let's see.
I need to order a big shirt.
Take them off really quick.
It's kind of like putting 10 pounds of
that
crap
was one of those ones.
Egg.
Oh, and no bones. Yes, no bones. You sure are. I'm so weird. Oh, Palmetto Paratrooper. Oh my goodness. As soon as I read insert in a probe, I clicked off it and I was like, no. Was that too far? No, that was hilarious. I knew somebody was going to catch up on that. My wording is very that is so hilarious. Did you make it?
Sounds like it.
The bone in a good steak is the best part. Ugh, we're going over this again. Gross. You made it home.
You don't eat the bone, so what do you care?
Ooh.
Just cut the meat off of it when you eat it. Like, what's the difference? It's not a chicken wing. Like, you're supposed to chew the meat off the bone directly. Get a steak knife, cut around the bone.
Who are you barking at?
Eat the meat.
Janko's barking, y'all. She thinks that she's gonna do something. She ain't gonna do nothing. It's Faith.
She has the misguided faith that she is a dog, and she's not.
She's a dog. Did you hear her bark? As a dog.
That was not too far. We are family for a reason.
And give the bone to Chris to chew on.
Problem solved. Yeah. And she eats meat, but
if it's touched the bone,
I usually have to cut it off the bone for her, like a 5-year-old. Yeah. And while I'm there, I'll cut her corn off the cob for her.
You are such a liar.
Don't
go that far.
Infant.
Did you freeze, Brother Troy? Oh,
what's that?
No.
I thought you froze.
Yes.
You're freezing.
Yes. No.
Oh,
well, there you go.
No. Not that I know of, but
is it me? Is it my end? Because I see the little.
You got one bar thing.
Yeah, connection. Ugh.
In on the computer, so it hasn't froze. So
Amy, have you not bit Chris? Just curious. Steak either? Rhonda Dotson said, well. Look who is in the basement. There is Paul Case.
well, there goes the world.
Lori says we've been
Paul
off
Case.
and on. Well, hello, sir.
Who? The what? Huh? You lost me and I just got here.
There's Paul. Paul Case Farms.
What are y'all doing?
Hey,
What are you doing?
got a notice. Paul Case is
What
live
thing?
on YouTube.
Baby Jesus.
Oh, that.
Just got the notice, did you? Well, that's cool. I didn't get that notice.
Hey,
Hold on. Hold on.
All of my favorite foods are on hooves. Palmetto.
Thing down here, so.
Same.
Four-fingered ranch hand. Four-fingered ranch hand. Yeah.
My normal hand. This is my ranch hand.
Yeah, that's his ranch hand.
that's why you don't got 4 fingers.
Beef and venison, basically.
I probably
Everybody saying hello, Paul.
certain time of year I use more deer meat in a lot of our cooking than beef.
Yeah.
For a lot of the year.
Yep. So what you been up to, Paul?
Well,
I was supposed to do something.
You're always doing something.
You're always doing something.
Even if it ain't worth nothing, it's doing something.
Just under 6 feet. Sometimes I just do it for a laugh. I've been up to just under 6 feet. I used to be 6 feet, but I'm shrinking.
Yeah.
It's one of those effects of beginning to go downhill without, or picking up speed without pedaling.
That happens when you start getting old. You start shrinking, but then things start dropping too.
Yeah. And nothing you can do about it, man.
Lori says, great name, Paul.
The only thing that's getting more of it is my number of years. That's my Paul Case Farms cup. You like it, don't you?
Oh, yeah. That is a nice Paul Case.
I am double Paul Casing tonight because I care.
Hey, Paul, did you go you go count your cows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been counting cows today. Actually, I just got in from going and buying a set of tars. My panel hitch trailer that we haul the skid steer on behind my log truck has them 16.5 tires and wheels. And a friend of mine over at Blue Jacket ran a set of 18-inch tires and wheels on Marketplace this evening, and I just called him and said I'll be there in 35 minutes and hopped in my truck and ran over and got them. 16.5s or I don't know. I'd say they're impossible to find unless you're buying new, and the new ones you could get years ago were junk. So
I got 16.5s on my 110.
Yeah. How's that work out?
I got a guy in Norman that gets military takeoffs off the Humvee, and I get them for $100 a tire, 90% tread.
Yeah.
I wish I had that.
Well,
1250, 16.5s.
I could get you some rims, but I think all the ones we was using was either 9.5 or 800, something like that. But I just never had very much luck.
Well, my rims aren't 1250. I think my rims are 9 wide. So the 1250. I don't have to worry about curb rash on the rims. That's for sure. But I don't want to either.
She's checking up on me. She ain't even here.
Hi, Anita.
Right.
I'm not walking back. Renly could come way before the 4th if I keep doing all that walking.
Hey, I just gotta say, the better half of the Case Farm is in there, and I gotta say, hey, I love you. Thank you for being so with what you have to deal with.
She's a terrific woman, having to put up with me and all.
Let's see. Bill and Mickey are going. I said Mickey. It's Mikey. I said Mikey first. Why? They're going to bed. Good night, celebrating farm life. And Anita says, love you guys.
If you was to read that one like redneck style, you'd say they're going to jump off the bed. That's what it looked like.
Is that what it looked like?
Yeah.
Let's put it back up there.
I'm going to jump off the bed. There'd been a lot of little shavers got in trouble for jumping off the bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I watched one of your lives because I didn't catch it, but I did leave I thought I left a comment on there. It's where it was only so long, but you were teaching your class.
Yeah. When I'm teaching my class, I'm kind of busy.
What? No, what was the questions?
How'd you get on Earth? What are you supposed to do while you're on Earth? And how are you leaving Earth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't. That's not an original. I just picked that up. And it was worth sharing again. So.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Dad told me even though I hit 37 weeks, I'm not allowed to do things that'll put me into labor. He just wants his 4th of July grandbaby.
And I'm calling her Liberty. I don't care what you name
her. One of my cousins is
Dad knows best.
Named Liberty, and they call her Libby.
Aw.
See? That's adorable.
Libby.
I'm just saying. And you share the birthday with the country.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that kid's going to have the best birthday parties ever. Like, the whole world shooting off fireworks for my grandkid. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Now, the way I can remember my birthday is because it's January the 1st. Because there's a party somewhere.
There's a party for Troy, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and you wanted to get it over with early in the year, right?
Yeah. But Dad was always mad because I was 13 minutes past a tax break for the year before.
Did the child live with you all year? Yeah, for the whole 7 seconds of that year.
Yeah.
All year.
Mm-hmm.
He always told me I was late for everything. So,
Would be. Liberty.
And I don't have to worry about what to get her for her birthday. I go buy something red, white, and blue. Bam! Happy birthday.
Liberty.
Liberty.
It's pronounced bibbity, kid.
Now that's a day late and $1 short.
Right.
A couple from my church had a baby yesterday, and the funny part is that's the dad's birthday. I'm like, oh, your household's gonna be cheated between you and your son. Now you got the same birthday. I guess you'll probably not forget it, but
right.
Bibbity boochul.
Bibbity
boochul. Avid is saying Paul.
Hello, Evan.
There's Loose Screw Ranch Kim. Hello, Kim. Welcome in.
They get cool names.
Loose Screw Ranch.
We just did our last name, a mountain that's not really a mountain, and a homestead where we had like 2 chickens at the time. Dang.
Palmetto says, my birthday is December 25th. I have a daughter on the 28th and a son on the 29th.
You had a grandma with that birthday.
My grandma's was the 25th.
Still is her birthday.
Well, it's still her birthday, but
she's
it's in
just
heaven.
not getting any more of them.
Nope.
My brother-in-law was born on the 24th of December.
Yep. Hello, all my screwed friends and family that got stole out of the Christmas and birthday presents.
Right.
It's an expensive week.
Right, I bet it is.
TNT Adventure says, my middle son was born one day before his dad's birthday. Mine's on the 22nd, Glenn says.
Well, I share a birthday with
There's a lot of people on
my mom's ex-husband.
I got some of that strange birthday dates in my family. My granddad's birthday was on February 14th, and his oldest son was born on July 4th. We want to keep those important dates filled up.
Overall, I'm excited and ready to hold her whenever she decides to make her arrival, even if it's before the 4th, Dad.
You ain't got to put that negativity in there. You could just left it alone.
Well, if it's like between the 1st and the 4th, you can go almost Liberty.
Right.
Yeah. Either way, she's getting red and white and blue
it don't
stuff.
Matter
it
if
doesn't
she's
matter.
born on June 30th. She's still getting a 4th of July birthday party. She's within the week. I don't care. She's still... Marissa's is on the 3rd. She's had a 4th of July party half her life. Because every year we go down to my uncle's for the 4th, and we'd have a birthday party down there. Marissa, when she was super little, she thought we went down there to have her birthday party.
She did.
For the longest time, she's like, all these people that I don't even know showed up for my birthday party.
And at that time period, right then there within about a 2-week period, so that's all to be celebrated.
Yeah. I celebrate from Memorial Day to Labor Day. That's my time of year, because you can go to Walmart and find red, white, and blue, everything.
Tyler sent me a grill. Did he send you a grill?
He told me about it.
Uh-huh.
He told me he sent you one. A bigger picture one.
My son was born 5/28 at 5/28. That's cool.
Yeah, that's different.
She's really popular. That's why strangers want to celebrate her.
Right. Well, they weren't strangers.
They weren't strangers. They were family.
They were strangers to her because she didn't.
Yeah.
It was my side of the family. 2 hours, so for Raleigh's house at the lake and have this massive birthday party, fireworks and all. When she was super little, she was like, "Well, this is amazing. Maribel don't get fireworks on her birthday." She thought she was hot stuff for a couple years there. She's like, "Well, why doesn't everybody get fireworks on their birthday?" Well, I guess they're just not as special as you.
I asked him if he was going to buy it for you, because he sent the picture. Walmart has those right now.
And I need one.
Marissa says she thinks she's going to get to share a birthday with Ren and Mimo's mom. Hers was the 2nd. So either way. Yeah. Walmart has the red, white, and blue ones.
How much was it? You could maybe get funded for that.
I want to say, and it's ridiculous. I want to say it was like $150. Yeah.
Sending my $2.
Right? Send me my $2.
I want my $2. The problem with the whole thing with the super chats and everything, and I'm not saying I don't appreciate everybody that sends a super chat and blah, 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 all the things, but YouTube takes some of it.
And that's okay.
Oh, just some of it?
Yeah.
When I look back through my summary, I've got $250 that they've took, and they never have paid me any of it yet.
But that's why it'd be better to just use the Venmo or whatever.
We have Venmo, Cash App,
all the things,
PayPal, all that good stuff.
Because the super chats, they take 40% or something.
But if that's how people want to do it, that's
I
fine.
get it. You do you. I don't care. But the PayPal and the Venmo and all that crap that takes YouTube's finger out of our.
I have jumped through all
Have
the
a good night, Mom.
Got to jump through to get that ironed out.
That I was so glad to meet you. Love you, night lady.
Hey, you know what? This is like the second day that it didn't rain.
Oh, it rained here.
It rained here. What are you talking about?
We didn't get no rain today. And
it all hovered right around Tulsa Metro.
We had pink sky. I was like, it might not rain tomorrow. 3 dry days. It'll be hay season before you know it, seeing as how we're only about 20 days behind.
Right.
Palmetto says he bought a
car with
Cash App.
Hey, I sold one of my little grease catcher thingies at Mid-America.
Yes, you did.
Like, who does that?
Okay.
Me?
I don't understand why our connection is very
choppy.
Poor. It's very choppy.
What you need to do? You know what you need to do? You need to go buy one of them Ethernet cables. Like one of them 50-foot Ethernet cables.
It also doesn't help
plug it
when
in there
our son...
and plug it in here. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you plug it in there and plug it into the computer, then the Wi-Fi doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard wired is better.
There's Rebecca Flaky. Yeah, it's good right now. So, but
hello, Yarn Czar. I got one of her hats, but I don't need it right now. It's plenty hot.
Oh, it's really hot outside.
Warm.
Yes.
But in the wintertime, oh my! And I thought maybe, they might be scratchier than like the normal ones or whatever, but they're really not.
They're not.
They're super not.
I'll tell you what, though, I think I'd wear mine on the outside of my hat. Maybe it wouldn't make my head sweat because, that thing is super duper warm.
Yeah, it is.
There's like a week in early February, late January, usually. I need one that's that warm, and then
right.
work it for the year.
Yeah, those things are warm. It'd be good for deer season, though, when you're sitting out there in the cold for a long period of time,
Yeah. We used to do some weird stuff like think we could clean chicken houses that time of year. And oh, man. We got into that one time, and I was loading. I had on 3 pair of gloves, and my hands were still freezing. Having my chore coat, my long handles, 2 pair of overalls. I was like wearing half the clothes I own. And Dad says, "How are you doing?" I said, "I'm about to freeze to death." He said, "Well, good grief, it's noon. It's warmed up 3 degrees from what it was when we started, And I'm like, "Yeah, but you're getting in and out of that warm truck moving that stuff, eh?" Mm-hmm. He just couldn't understand how I could be cold. I was in the building, that the sides was all opened up and the doors, but I would have wore one of them wool caps then.
Yeah.
Didn't have one. Didn't have a friend like Yarn Czar back then. Now I got connections. This community is something else.
Yeah.
It
It is.
There are great folks all around.
Yes, there is.
I was watching just a little bit of Avid's revival the night that Dale got to speak over there, and Dale texted me after, and we chatted back and forth a little bit, and I'm like, nobody else would have. I don't know. I've watched a lot of people's lives, and this community is just completely different than a lot of other stuff that's out there even on YouTube. So,
yep.
Well, it's not just a YouTube thing. It's definitely like the homesteading and prepping communities are different.
Damn to all y'all, because y'all are all so great folks.
It's mostly their fault.
Ain't my fault. It's her fault.
Hold on. Amy
Hold
takes
on. Wait.
All right?
Hold on. It's my fault.
She came to me and asked me about YouTube, and I go, eh.
But
Yeah.
Paul, you make it part of that too. So can't
Well,
just
Yeah.
all
they
on
just let me stay here for comic relief. That's all.
No.
Well, I got a different name for that, but we'll go with your version.
Like this mind cleaner.
It's a little cleaner.
I watched something earlier this evening that reminded me of an event that happened to me a long time ago. Now, I'll try to get this up here where you can see it. Whoa, what happened?
That's not how that's supposed to be done.
No.
You let go before I got away.
There's Lynn Farmoki. Hello.
A friend of mine and I was working some calves through the head gate, and them little old calves, the head gate alleyway is like 32 inches wide, and them little old calves can get in there and turn around and run back at you, and so you got to follow them up close. And I don't remember what the deal was. He didn't get the head gate open or something, and the calf got up there at the head gate and just started walking up it, and then turned around. And the thing put its feet over my shoulders. Its front legs were over my shoulders. And we're standing here in this alleyway. And I'm looking at my buddy that's helping me, who was supposed to have the head gate open and never did. And he's just laughing. And he said, "Are we going to work it, or are you going to dance with it?"
That's what friends are for.
Yeah. If it had been now, he'd have had a camera. Mm-hmm.
Bowen is in here. Hello, Bowen.
Hey, brother Bowen, love you, man.
Glenn Anderson is back. He got his coffee. Oh man, everybody's saying ouch. That
It's just a poorly built cabin.
was crazy. That's not how that's supposed to go. And you call yourself a cowboy. You're riding backwards.
He wasn't really trying to ride it. He was trying to get away.
Well, y'all, I got to get off of here. And I can't watch this and keep up with the chat, but I love all y'all more than you ever know.
All right. Love
All
you
my
too.
Leonard family. Well, there's no name in all of them. That's too much. So
Yeah, we ain't got that much
but
time.
all y'all, take care.
Bye.
Have a good night.
And then there was two.
What's up, Bowen?
Wow.
Let's see. Yeah, we all love Bowen. Conway Twitty said,
Right.
"Don't call him a cowboy until you see him ride."
Well, I guess you had to call that one a boy cow because he was riding backward.
Yeah.
Damn
Against his
fancy
will.
boots and that big old hat. I'll tell you what's inside.
You know, one thing, he was almost not tall enough.
To stand
For the-
up. And hang
Yeah,
out.
to stand up. Yes, for that little calf to go right through.
Mm-hmm.
The
There's
rusty
Mike.
garage. Hello. Oh, Caleb says hi, Dad.
What's up, mijo?
Caleb, don't say hi to me no more. I see how it is.
Because you rude.
I am not rude. To you, maybe.
See there? You're
Not to my
rude.
community here.
You're rude and a liar.
Well, changing the subject quickly. I was having some issues a couple days ago, and it's kind of turned into me looking for something different. My air conditioner, my tractor quit working. And I was really disappointed. It hurt my feelings bad.
Yeah.
And I got to thinking, I ought to just call it all off and see if I can get Mike at the Rusty Garage and Homestead to bring. I can't remember what he calls his little his tractor. It's not a little tractor, but it's tractor. He's got I think it's a TYM cab on it and everything. It'll do more than you think it would. Well, I guess I'm gonna fix it. I ordered another compressor for it.
Less than a year after we got our tractor, TYM came out with the exact same model as ours. The 2515 model with a cab.
Yeah.
AC, radio, the whole nine. Like less than a year after we bought ours. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yep.
They literally took our tractor and put a cab on it. If we'd have waited, 9 months, we would have got one with a stinking cab on it.
I had somebody asking me the other day, why? Oh, it was at church. They see me rolling down the windows on my pickup. And my blue pickup has hand crank windows. And they're like, why didn't you get electric ones? I said, because I bought it used. Like everything else I own. There are a few things I don't buy used.
Oh, check this out. On the newer Fords, you don't have cruise control. Like my van. My van doesn't have. It's a 2017. What is it? Not Sprinter. That's not Ford. Ford's Transit. It's a 2017 Transit. And we were looking the other day at a new one. Not a new one, a newer one. We were looking at a 2020, and it still had no cruise control.
Really?
Because their upgraded radio is standard, and you have to upgrade it to get cruise control. Like they said, people care more about a radio than cruise, and a lot of people are driving it in town like little short runs and stuff, so they don't care about cruise control. I'm like, well, I do.
Yeah,
that sounds ridiculous to me.
Both the pickups that I've got would have been ordered as work trucks, Chevy work trucks, but they one of them's got electric windows. Both of them have air conditioning. I don't know. It's just everything has electric locks now, though, and both of them have electric locks. Some of them don't work, but
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I like the Transit, but I wish it had cruise control.
Right? Why would anybody be scared of me?
Both of my trucks have cruise control, but one of them has an upgraded radio, and I wish it had a stock radio. That thing bugs me. I'll have to do a video on it sometimes. Lights on the inside shining back at me. Anita's little Jeep has a big LCD screen that we can't figure out how to turn down or shut off when we're driving, and it bugs me at night. It's like trying to look into a light and look through a window at the same time.
Yeah. I turn the dash lights way down or next to off every time in her car because I don't like it glaring across the backside of the window.
Well, on Nita's little Jeep, you can turn the dash lights down, but it doesn't affect that screen. It's still bright. So I think there's a setting.
Hers is the same way. Her little infotainment center over there doesn't dim when you dim the dash lights.
Well, this JVC, is that right? It's JVC, I think, that they put in that blue pickup. It has colored lights on it that change colors and flash all the time.
Yeah, you showed us on a video one time.
Yeah.
So I cut a little piece of cardboard with a little tab that sticks out on it to stick in the CD hole and cover it up. And I'm like, I would be so much happier with a stock radio. It'd be nice to turn my truck on and see what time it is over there. I don't know why.
That's a party in Paul's truck.
That's right.
All the time.
Like there's a stinking disco ball going off in between the front seats.
I need to give you the disco ball on our porch.
We need to get one of those little tiny ones like this big and hang from his
Yeah.
refrigerator.
From my mirror. Yeah, that'd be great.
There you
It would look like the cops were chasing me the whole time I'm driving.
go.
Imagine how big the cardboard deal would have to be to cover that hole up if it was an 8-track. Hey,
There's Dan.
Look at there. There's Dan. Dadgummit. Dan, what are you doing?
Hey, David. It's David Glunt in Delaware. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in.
He's talking about the guys from Hayden, Alabama podcast. They're from over at Hayden, Alabama, and those two guys really put on a good podcast. If you haven't never caught it, you ought to try it out. And they keep it clean. They like hunting and fishing and stories. And they had a guy come on there named Robin that told an incredibly funny story. It's probably been nearly a year ago, and I wish I could relate it the way he did, but he told a story about some guys that was going to hold him up at the ATM, except he was on his way to go turkey hunting, and he had his shotgun in the seat next to him. And when they got up there close and he was getting money, at the ATM. When they got up there close, he pumped that gun one time, and he said they all changed their mind. Went to running the other way.
I think that's what I like about Jerry Clower is he never had to get like foul mouth to be funny
or nasty. He didn't.
Nope.
Nothing.
He didn't have to go sideways to get funny. He was funny.
I've been watching another guy.
No issues. No.
I've been watching another guy, and he's got a lot of shorts on YouTube and some long form videos. His name is Mike Goodwin, and he is incredibly hilarious. He was talking about how people have in the South, they have words that they make up, and his mom's word that she made up was "what you're not going to do." That was one word, 5 syllables. What you're not going to do. And he was like, she used it on me when I was a little kid. And she said, what you're not going to do is hold that refrigerator door open, little boy, and stand there and look. And what you're not going to do is keep running in and out of this house. I bet you guys have heard some of these or said them yourself. He said that was his mama's favorite word. What you're not going to do.
What you're not going to do. And that's how you spell it right there.
What you're not gonna do.
What you're not gonna do.
Yep.
I got a story kind of like that with my grandma. My dad's mom. She was like 4 foot nothing, little Cherokee Indian old lady. And my uncles were all my dad was the shortest, all his brothers, and he was like 5'8". But all of my uncles and my grandpa were like 6'1", 6 foot, 6'3", just behemoth men compared to my dad. My dad was the short and stumpy one. Well, my grandma was, like I said, if she was 5 foot tall, I'm 9 foot tall. She never made 5 foot tall. Well, way back, my grandpa used to work in Fort Smith. And they lived in Poto, and he would go to Fort Smith and work all week and come home on the weekends. That's how they operated. Well, she stayed home all week with the boys. And one of my uncles, and I can't remember which one it was, but one of my uncles was popping off at the lip at his mama because his daddy wasn't there. And she told him, you better go get a haircut before your dad comes home Friday because your dad done told you to go get a haircut. And you've been all week and ain't got a haircut yet, so you better go get yourself a haircut. And he popped off at the lip, I'll do whatever I want, and if Dad don't like it, I'll tell Dad when he gets here. And she took the broom handle that she used to like shove the laundry down in the old wringer wash tub things and broke that thing across the back of his head. And he woke up face down in the yard like 2 hours later and came stumbling back up in the house, and she's like, think about what you said earlier? He's like, no, I thought about going and getting a haircut. And he went and got a haircut.
I kind of have the same
Before
story
his
with
daddy
my
came home
grandma.
for the weekend.
But didn't your granddad still get onto him?
Oh yeah, he still got it from my pawpaw, because my pawpaw had a rule: if you irritate her to the point where she has to tell me about it when I get home, you're gonna get whatever she gives you, and then I'm gonna have my turn, because she should have never had to tell me when I got home. I tell my kids all the time, when they were little, I told them all the time, every one of them, you should really listen to your mom. She's way nicer than me. Way nicer than me.
Hey, Johnny.
They never listened.
Palmetto, I just read your his story. Clocked him in the head with a cast iron pan. Oh man. Yeah, Johnny's usually the closer. Like,
Well,
I'm like,
he's doing stuff until later. Yeah, Johnny pops up and he's like,
I have to leave before he can come on here, though. I don't know why that is.
Right?
Did you notice that? My grandma, my dad's mom, wasn't very tall, and she was old when I was young. I mean, she was in her, I think she passed away in her late 80s when I was a senior in high school, but they just lived less than a mile from where our mom and dad's house was. And I spent a lot of time at Granny's. And one day there was a knock at the door, and I got up and run to the door and opened it, and it was Jehovah's Witnesses, and they all stepped in the kitchen, all four of them. And it was like, and Grandma had just made it to the other door of the kitchen, and she pointed at them with her cane and said, "You all know I don't let you in my house. Now go on, get." And they turned tail. And when they got all out the door, she looked at me and said, "And if you ever let them in here again, I'll hit you with my cane." And we had no problems after that.
Just lucky, I guess, Paul.
Yeah, I guess. Just lucky. Just lucky.
Lucky.
I ain't got nothing to do with luck. Luck's one of those things that people in the world have, and I am blessed. That's what I call it.
Well, my grandparents were old when I was young too. My dad's dad died in 95, and he was 80 something when I was 10. So he was born in 1912 or 1914. I mean, he was old.
Yeah. My grandma had my dad when she was over 40. And so it was almost like he was raised by his grandparents. So, and he was the
I think. Go ahead.
He was the only one that was able to be around when my grandma got to where she just couldn't do. My granddad passed away before a couple years before I was born.
Yeah. I think my dad was the youngest, and I think he always told me that his dad was 44 when he was born. When my dad was born, my grandpa was 44. So before he graduated high school, they both got Social Security checks because he was still a minor when his dad was getting Social Security checks. And back then, I guess, if you were a minor, you got one too. So they both got one. When my dad was a junior, senior in high school. I'm like, well, okay.
There's a guy that my children's minister at my church is 1 year younger than me, and he has a 7. She's going to be 8 years old daughter. And I said, "Did you figure this out? You're going to be 57 when she graduates high school." You know, I'm like, you should have done a little more planning, maybe. You're going to have to carry your walker in there.
Well, my dad was the same way. He had they had Ryder when they were 40, or they turned 40 in December and January, right after he was born in October. So,
yeah,
like they were almost 60 when he got out of high school.
My dad outlived his dad by quite a bit. I think he's outlived his brothers too. I know one of them was killed in a car accident, but I don't know exactly how old he was when he was killed in a car accident. But the other one passed away about 10 years ago. My dad was always thinking that he would probably die about the same age his dad did. And so he never figured. The first thing that happened to Pop, closest to, well, there's two things that happened to him closest to whenever he passed away. And one of them was he'd gotten false teeth, and the other one was he got a Social Security check. And so my dad figured that when he had to get false teeth and had a Social Security check, he's going to be done. And so he's been living with false teeth and Social Security checks for over 10 years now. He's still making it. So,
well, it sounds like he's got it whooped.
Yeah, I don't got nothing to worry about, Dad.
I about got it licked.
Mm-hmm.
Both grandparents on both sides lived to the 90s.
My last grandparent was my mom's mom, and she died when I was, what, 20?
I think my mom's mom passed away.
2012 is when grandma passed.
She passed away a few years after I got married. She passed away like mid 90s, late 90s. But my only grandpa that I ever knew, he passed away when I was 7 or 8. He had a cancer growth come up on his foot. And in the early 80s, there wasn't a lot of people survived cancer. And he was a dairyman, and he had a lot of money borrowed when he had this diagnosis of cancer on his foot, and it was a melanoma, but they cut out a big chunk of his foot trying to get rid of it, but it didn't work. And it's not what killed him. Some of the drugs they were giving him for it caused him to have blood clots, and he wound up in the hospital and had a blood clot go to his heart. There ain't anything they can do for you when that happens. But his bank done something really tricky, and that was not very long after the government had really got onto the banks for foreclosing on farms. And when the bank found out that he had this diagnosis of a cancer, they called him and my grandma in for a meeting and asked him to sign some papers, just routine stuff, they said. And then they told him, well, we actually tricked you into signing papers that said, we can ask for all of our money back at once, and we'd sure like to have it. And so in the midst of all he's dealing with this cancer, he got out of the dairy business, sold his cows and 120 acres. He came out of the thing with 20 acres in the clear and maybe enough money to build a house. And so he's having to build a new house while he's dealing with a cancer. And he had some help, good friends that was carpenters that was helping him. I remember my dad even went over and done all the wiring in his house for him. But getting any of it belong to any of my family anymore. It's all been sold out of the family.
And Johnny's just rubbing it in here that after his auction Saturday, he went to have some JLs. Rub it in, Johnny.
Look at me. Look at me.
Are you going to tell him how you feel?
No.
No. He knows how he feels.
I bet if he'd invited me, I wouldn't have been able to make it. You know?
Oh, man. That stinks, Palmetto. Yep. I've been seeing a lot of auction videos from Johnny. I got to catch up on all of them.
You won't like it. He goes with pew pew.
Oh, I know.
When I go to watching Johnny's auction videos, it inspires me, and I go to thinking I should go get me a real job.
You should go get your real job.
That's what I said. I need to go get me a real job.
I've had insurance and I just paid $633 for 2 fill-ins. Oh, that stinks.
Dude.
Oh man, that's expensive. $900 after insurance tomorrow.
I'll probably get the lowdown on it tomorrow when we go to the woods and our logging. But my helper Kevin wasn't wearing his teeth last week, and I said, "Hey Kevin, are you gonna have trouble eating lunch with no teeth?" He said, "No, I just won't be able to eat anything that's hard." And I'm like, "Are you not going to tell me what happened here?" He's like, "Okay, I'll tell you. The grandkids was over, and I set my teeth on the end table next to my chair. And when I went back to get them, half of them was gone. The upper was gone. And the only thing they could figure out was his dog ate them. Well, his mom's trying to convince him just to wait a little while and clean them up and put them back in there."
You're crazy.
And he's like, "I ain't waiting and I ain't cleaning them up if they come out." And he had 3 different quotes. One of them was like $6,000 for a new set of dentures. And I'm like, that is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Loose Screw Ranch said her daughter, 34 years old, had to pay for her parts plates. They cost her near $5,000. What in the world? And Dale, I have to say, Dale is in the chat, y'all.
Hi, Dale.
He was a lurker. Now he's in chat again.
He's upgraded.
Yeah, he's upgraded to chatter.
Not a lurker no more. He's a chatter.
Yeah, he's a chatter.
Chatty cat.
Yeah. Chatty. Chatty.
There's a sign for chatter in there. There's an emoji for that, I think.
Yes, I think there is.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greed is alive and well. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's about the healthiest thing around is everybody's level of greed.
Yep.
And that's why I like our community, because there ain't no money here. It's just people helping people without having to pay for it. And
exactly.
You're helping me with my YouTube addiction anyway. I have to have something to watch.
And I'm not charging you for it. So
and I'm not going to pay for TV. So
I've had friends, we go and help do stuff, and they ask how much I owe them. I was like, you don't.
Speaking of greed, watch my videos.
Well, we would talk. I'll do to Johnny. Well, we would talk about greed, but we already did that, and it's on a video. You need to catch the video.
Yeah, you need to go watch that video.
That's what Palmetto Paratroopers talk about. He pulled a Johnny. Well, if you want, speaking of greed, go watch my videos. Oh man. Guess what I did? Well, you got to go watch my video to find out. Paul Case, good to put a face in the name. Nice to meet you.
Maybe I can put a little more magnanimous face on that for you.
And then you'll freeze that way.
Yeah, be like, well, I'm checking out. I guess I'm done, you know.
Oh, that's funny. Uh-huh. Yep. And Johnny's laughing. Yep. Yep.
We gotta have a little mini meetup, y'all.
Yeah, I know. When is that gonna be? At, JL's, because,
I'm not the planner on those things. I'm just the participator.
I just show up.
I just show up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to JL's enough. They know what I want. Like, The usual. I mean, it ain't gonna happen, but it would be nice.
Yeah.
His wife got laid off in October. We have some savings, but we're 300 short
Johnny.
in the bills every month. So I'm trying to make YouTube.
You would have
Well, it happened
a
today.
heart attack.
I was in the truck and a snake had found its way in the same way the mice did. Oh, nope. Burn it down.
Burn it down.
Burn it down. I'm gone. I'm out.
She jumped out of that truck moving 70 down the highway. She just opened the left-hand door. And
Well, today's my
out.
day to go.
It was me or the snake, and he wasn't leaving.
My dad had a buddy that was violently of spiders, and he was driving down the road in Sand Springs and flipped his visor down, and there was a spider underneath it, and he stepped out the driver's door of that car going probably 30 miles an hour down Charles Hayes Boulevard in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. I'm like, what?
Johnny got a new pet now. Hi, Mary.
I just wanted to come in and say hi real quick.
What? He said he saw it when he was getting in and grabbed it and pulled it out. No, I ain't grabbing nothing. Nope. Ain't no grabbing that. That's out. I'm doors open.
Well, you remember that one video I showed you the other day with Evan at the Country View Acres? He sees this snake by the edge of his pond and he goes over there and grabs it, and then he cuts the video and it shows the next video pops on and he's holding it and it's wrapping up around his hand. And it's a little snake. It's probably like 4 foot long. It's not like huge. And he's like, I wonder what kind of snake that is. I'm like, but you already picked it up. Like, he's like, I hope it ain't venomous. I'm like, you're holding it, dude. What is wrong with you?
Do you guys remember when Mike Rowe went with the snake catchers and was trying to catch snake, and that every one of them bit him 3 or 4 times? And I'm like, if Mike Rowe had a Steve Irwin voice, you know.
I'd be out the door and I'd be in the car and I'd be gone.
No, she would too.
But if it's in the car and I'm in the car, I'm out. I'm done.
She about wrecked one of our cars one time when a moth got in there and went to flying around. She's just like, I had to grab the steering wheel because she's shut down. She's just like, she let go of the steering wheel. I was like, you wreck us? I swear to God.
Yep, I did. I closed my eyes. I was like, get it.
She did. She completely shut it. And that, guys, is why I drive us around now. Because I ain't doing that again.
I see a spider.
You get a moth or something in the car, she puts it in
the same way.
No.
If he's driving and I see a little spider come, I'm already taking my seatbelt, trying to get out.
What was it the other day? I got out of the car to do something.
It was a black wasp.
But what did I stepped out of the car for something?
You went to go.
Oh, I was talking to Christopher. Yeah, Christopher was driving the tractor, and I got out of the truck, went over talking to him for a second, and as soon as I opened the door, this gigantic horsefly probably flew in there, was on the window next to Amy. She's just like having a seizure.
Got water everywhere.
She was losing it. I get back in and she's just flipping out. I'm like, what?
I couldn't get my seatbelt on fast enough. I was like, this is the day I die.
She was ready to meet Jesus. Well, okay.
My son-in-law has like a little snake. My son-in-law has a little snake, and I'm like, as long he comes near me with it, I'm like, I'll say I'll be on the other side of the room. I'm fine.
Marissa used to have some corn snakes. She had one albino corn snake and one fancy corn snake, and they were probably only 3 foot long, maybe. They were little,
something.
And
I can't remember the name.
Smaller around than my thumb. They were relatively small, and corn snakes are like the best starter snake because they're easy. Like they're not aggressive. They're super chill. They don't take any kind of special crap. So if you're into snakes, they are the perfect starter snake for a pet. Well,
okay, family. Don't be gifting me no snake.
Right. but they're perfect, Paul.
Me either.
Happy birthday, Paul. Here you go.
I'll tie him in a knot and sling him back at you, you know.
My birthday's coming up in June. I don't want a snake. It's coming up next week.
Well, if we can catch everybody talks about how nice they are. She had hers for 2 or 3 years one time, and she went to pick it up, and she'd picked this thing up 100 times. Like, this thing was used to her. And I don't know what happened, but that thing bit her, like, right on her hand right here. And she's just like, what the crap? Because, like I said, she's picked it up for years now. And for some reason, that day, that snake just was, I don't know, it was having a moment. And it bit her, and she just reaches down and pulls it off. And when she pulled it off, all those little itty bitty teeth just go. It sounded like the sound it made was the weirdest thing ever.
But Marissa is so weird.
And you
she
didn't
just
think
looks
it
at
would
like,
make that.
What the heck is wrong with you?
It just bam! It tags her and sticks onto her hand because it's got these little tiny teeth for like holding on to mice. And she just reaches down behind his head and pops it off like.
Well,
what are you doing? I'm like, what the crap?
You know, their brain is inside their head. And so that should tell you something about the thought processes of a snake. You know, everybody's all wondering what was going through the chicken's mind when it crossed the road. And it's been a topic of discussion for I don't know how long. But do you know what happened when the turkey crossed the road? Chicken caught him halfway through and said, "Don't do it, brother. They'll be wondering what you're thinking the rest of your life."
In our country, we had 3 species of rattlesnakes and copperheads. Here, you don't pick 10 laying on the ground in the summer. Oh no!
When I grew up on
Johnny.
basically a local custom hay crew. My dad baled hay for other people all summer, and we would wind up around a lot of old, somewhat vacant barns and things like that. And they were the worst place. And it always, you go in a gate by the barn or this or that, you know, in a place that was all vacant. And I was on the rake crew most of the time, and we'd have to break down our rakes and set them up quick as we get in the gate. I can't tell you how many times we had snakes crawl out there and be laying right in the middle of where we was trying to set them rakes up. And you had to really watch.
I've been
few copperheads like that.
I've been watching Little House on the Prairie just because I've been trying to get a blanket done, and I've been trying to recover from a little bit of a past couple of months. And they said they had to be very careful because one of the questions was when they were on site with the church and the school and all that kind of stuff, they said, "You ever go play in those buildings?" And they said they really encouraged them not to go play because that's where the snakes would find places, like the rattlesnakes and so forth in California. They find places in the schoolhouse and other buildings and so forth. And they really encourage those kids to not go playing around because they would, of course, sweep all those before they'd have anybody in them. And they said they never had to carry anybody by, helicopter out. But they said, no, they were encouraged not to actually go into any of those buildings because they were afraid of the snakes.
Yep. Apparently, Oklahoma now has a breeding population of mountain lions. I saw that post too.
Just now.
Or just now.
People have been seeing them for years, but no, they don't live here.
They just passing through.
They're just passing through.
No.
We'll have deer they'll literally walk right across our street out here in Ohio.
I have deer that have ramshackled a fence or two of mine along the road, and they go through the same place so often that they have a trail there.
Yeah.
And at the same place, 2 different guys said, "I've been in there a lot and I can't never seem to find me a deer." And I'm like, over there at that place in the fence where it looks really bad along the road, Just go sit over there and see what happens, you know? Eventually, they're going to come through there.
There's like a little bench, like a gazebo out where we live. And I can sit there, and sometimes in the summer, you can see them coming out from, the wooded area. I could sit there and just watch, the babies come out. It's like, and they'll just go walking right across our street like it's nothing major. Like, okay.
Palmetto opened a can of worms there. Did you know in the Bible, the first snake that's mentioned was a beautiful animal that had legs? Yeah, not quite like what we got today. He was cursed after he tempted the woman, and God cursed him to roll on his belly in the dust forever.
But he's right. Palmetto's right. We have a blood feud with it because the Bible says, "I'll put enmity between your seed and their seed," and blah blah blah. So I mean, he's right.
Yep. You are correct, sir.
See you later, Kim. Thanks for coming in. There's Pine and Oak Woodworks. Hello, welcome in. Snakes just put their belly because of tricking Eve.
Eve was the first woman, Amy.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't Adam and Steve. It was Adam and Eve.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. God knew what he was doing. I'm just saying.
I had bears climb the tree with me while I was deer hunting.
Yep, I seen the video.
Yep.
The first snake, though, is the same as he is today. He's a liar. He's a liar.
Watoga 2319. Hello, welcome in.
Watoga, really? Do you not?
Really? I was going to say, Amy, you'd be.
You haven't seen that movie? It's Monsters Inc. We got a 2319.
Oh, I get it now.
You said Watoga.
Watoga. Well, listen,
Are you a little dyslexic today?
Oh my goodness! Hey, listen, I can't speak and I can't read. So
listen, you're not as bad as I. I just spent a half an hour recording something with my mic on mute.
Oh no!
So we're in the same boat.
I've recorded a lot of things that were long that were actually just a photo.
It was like, I'm scrapping this. I'll go see if you all are on. It's like, forget it. I looked and I can't believe it.
Looky there. There's Old Pecan Homestead, and you know what? Old Pecan Homestead is not going to be Old Pecan Homestead anymore.
There's Dakota and Shayla.
Everybody see their latest video?
Yeah. Have y'all seen their latest video?
Yeah, I watched it. It's cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
It's good for them.
Yeah.
Might want to go to do that.
Do that.
And you do that.
Dakota was actually here at my place picking some stuff up the morning that video came out. And he was talking about things that I didn't know nothing about until I went back and watched the video. And I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense now, And I don't think he even realized he done that. Yeah.
Do that. Do that. God, that is just hilarious. We got a 2319.
Yeah.
I said what? Oh, that's gonna be a short.
Yep.
Welcome in here, Watoga.
We're gonna call him that from now on, even though we know it's wrong.
No, Amy, you could put all the shorts. You could put a collaboration together of you just laughing throughout the whole entire short.
Yes,
because your laugh is contagious. It just starts and everybody starts laughing.
We got cows. We need to do that. We need to do like a one-liner
We
for
got
different like
cows.
90s movies. We got cows.
I think it's the
Talking
same
about
cow.
going through everybody do that.
It was the same cow.
It was the same
Another
cow.
cow. No, it's the same cow. I can't tell you how many times I'm counting my cows and I have that kind of trouble. I'm like, dadgummit, 23 again. I know there's 24 here, and I promise I'll count them in 20 minutes and I'll come up with the right number.
Or you count 25. It's like, wait, I only had 24 cows. Like, you count the same one multiple times. Like, would you stop moving?
Yeah, just
Don't
stand
be
still.
Be still so I can count you.
One of the some of the worst things that can happen is they're all too far apart or they're all too close together, and it just makes it impossible.
Did you hear?
Or when your family knows you're crocheting and they start asking you questions while you're counting.
Oh yes.
And you're at like the 105 and you have 120 stitches left. And I just start counting out loud and they go, "Oh, she can't answer right now." I'm like, "Nope."
Yep, my wife will be trying to talk to me when she goes with me while I'm doing my cow chores. Oh, that's a pretty one. When was that one born, honey? And I'm like, can't do it. Got to count.
Mm-hmm. He's quoting a movie. He couldn't afford that because he said, "We got cows," and he said, "Yeah, you do."
If Chad was showing deer on his video, I'm sure they'd been to my place before. One of the places that I have is like half a mile from Chad's driveway, or from his house. Closer than that, probably. So there's probably my deer. He don't have that much open ground, and he's got animals on all of it to keep it eat down. So the deer just kind of run through his place. And they go to mine and compete with my cows, or they eat on my first cutting hay right now. That's standing in water this deep.
Guess who I heard from? Is it Chris, Texas Raider?
He sent me the storm warning stuff for those ones coming in on Sunday, and it all missed us. It broke. It broke just to the north and west of us and went around us. We didn't even get any rain. and it was another one of those, they're warning that they're going to put out a warning, or a watch, whatever it was. And it missed us.
There's a YouTube channel called Ryan Hall Y'all. So if anybody, as the storms are going on, that's a great channel to have, because he's right on target with a lot of the different, storms that go on.
I said it missed us. I meant it missed us while we were at church. Apparently, the wind blew like a son of a gun here. And that's what uprooted my big trees. I don't know if anybody's seen the video I put out on that. Scott had more of them than I did, but there's going to be like a tractor trailer load of logs out of trees that blowed over between his place and mine.
Ooh, around us had golf ball size hail.
I seen some videos of that, Dale. It was impressive.
Well, we don't have a basement.
Yeah.
So we have to go in the bathroom. But one thing we do during the storm season is, if we know that there's going to be like storms or so forth, my mom will take the dog's leash in in her room so that, she could get it on her and we can have at least the leash on the dog if we all have to go in the bathroom. We'll do things like that, but we don't have a basement.
I built a above ground storm shelter one time that was in the garage of a house that I built, and it was the footprint was about 4 by 4, and 4 people could get in it real easy and be all right. But my dad told me I messed up because he said it would have been a dual purpose room if I would have put a toilet in it. And not only that, if you get in that thing and are having to ride a storm out in that thing, you may very well need a toilet. So,
Well, I don't think the apartment
those.
complex would like us to do that.
but you're talking about using the bathroom for your safe room.
Yep. It's the only. It's my mom. The bathroom my mom uses is the only one that has no windows, and we can just go in there. But she'll take the dog's leash, at least in the bedroom. That way, if we have to put it on her quickly, we can.
A lot of that stuff that they've talked about for years and gave as things that you should do during a tornado, some of that kind of got blowed out of the water a little bit when that big tornado come through Joplin, Missouri several years ago. They had said if you were traveling, you could get underneath of a bridge or get in a big culvert. Well, there was some people that got in big culverts along range line in Joplin, but the tornado came by and deposited so much trash over those culverts, they were trapped. And inside of 6 hours after the tornado, we had 19 inches of rain and they drowned. And so they've kind of quit telling people it's okay to get in culverts, big culverts to escape the winds of a tornado, I guess. But the deal at Joplin, I had some friends that were in apartment buildings that were affected pretty heavily by that tornado. And they had always said a few things about those. One of the safest places you could get in would be your bathtub. If you didn't have a safe room, you could get in your bathtub. And they said you should pull your mattress off your bed and put over you. I'm like, okay. We're already in an apartment. It's kind of, you don't got a whole bunch of extra room anyway. Why don't they come up with a bed that's built into where it comes out of the wall over the top of your tub?
Good idea.
Right? I mean, it just seems logical to me. You wouldn't have to drag your mattress in there. What do you think, Chris?
I like it.
When we first moved here from Cincinnati, we had one. It was the storm happened and actually blew away a chair and broke that. But then about probably 5 or 10 minutes from us, there was a tornado and it literally came through, ripped off the roof of the apartment complex, and and we had to get up throughout the night because we had to go right in the bathroom. Thankfully, it didn't do anything, but man, I mean, there was water coming through the door, and I just like fall and winter. Because then you don't have to worry about those things.
I watched that documentary. Documentary.
She can't read now. She can't talk. Come on, Amy. You can do it.
Documentary. Yeah, I watched that. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. And Rebecca says, I can't take my mattress in the bedroom. It's a sleep number.
So
I have the same bed.
So that also got me to thinking, man, poor people that have a sleep number bed like me. You're going to have to drag that thing in there with your air pump and plug it in and get your number set right before you can be safe in the tub.
I can't sleep on anything but a sleep number.
Me neither. Of course, I will be forced to, but I don't think at church youth camp you get much sleep anyway, so it's kind of a farce.
Is it still cloudy outside?
I have no idea.
I just want all the pollen. Like when we drove down Saturday because my husband's aunt passed away. She was 94, and it was his grandmother's sister. So we went down for the memorial service. On the way, you could literally see it was like it was snowing because of all the pollen in the air and everything, and it was so smoky. I'm like, I just want this. I don't think spring has totally sprung yet, and my asthma has not liked it.
I have those same kind of problems, man. That stuff scares me up. It's kind of a thing where maybe it's built up through the years for me or something, and I can't tolerate near as much as I used to, but it's a little bit, I don't know what you'd call it, not debilitating, but a little bit of a slap in the face for a guy who's been doing farm work in the dust and dirt all of his life. And now I've got sinus problems from
Annoying.
pollen, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost summer today. We hit like 88.
Well, it's summer's here, but it's kind of like I'm not going out too much because I can just see it in the air, and it's like my asthma's going, nope, you have to stay inside. I'm like, okay. And record videos with the mutes button on.
Good night, Glenn.
Good night, Glenn. Good night, Johnny. Johnny says he's got an auction in the morning.
He'll be back in a little bit.
No,
he
just won't be on.
He just like Amy, because she could be on until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not yawning for the fact that I'm tired. I'm just yawning because it's how I'm kind of breathing right now with the asthma. Well,
Mary, you done me out of what I was going to say then. I was going to say I'm not yawning because Mary's yawning. I'm yawning because of Amy.
I know. I'm just sitting here watching y'all talk. Just okay. Good night, Lauren. She's leaving now. So,
but I am having
I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm having a birthday celebration on June 18th live, and I'm doing a gift card at the very end of it. So,
is that a Monday?
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. I got no
At what time?
It's a big birthday, but I'm celebrating my 29th birthday again.
It must
At
be
what time?
Is it like mine?
It's 8 p.m. Eastern. What?
It's an anniversary. It's like
no,
14th anniversary or your 29th.
Yeah, something like that. I just keep celebrating the 20. It's a big. It's
29.
It's a big one, but I'm like, I don't
forgot how to count. What comes after 29? Don't worry about it.
29.
Yep. That works.
Yep. Yep. But I don't know if it's cloudy outside or whatever, but
it should. Okay, that has nothing to do
I don't
with it.
know
we don't
why
have satellite, so clouds won't matter. We have a fiber optic cable that comes down a pole and comes over to the house, and it's only through the air from that box over there to our computer.
Well, then I don't know.
It's your air ain't no good.
Yeah, you got that. You got that crap air.
You need to go get you some good air.
I need to go get me some good air.
They sell them bottles of that good air down there at the Walmart.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They made a movie about that too.
Yeah, I heard about that.
The air that was Lorax. They were selling bottled air.
They were selling bottled air. Like what?
I'll take some bottled air.
Right? Oh my goodness. No, but the reception just keeps going out and in, out and in.
More out than in.
More out than in, I guess. Like it's good for a little bit and then all of a sudden it's just gone. And I know you're not.
You're right.
You're not frozen. That's a short right there. Just kidding.
We can act like it.
Let me be your closer, frozen or not, okay? Let it go. Like that. Yep. Well, I just want you guys to know I think a lot of you, and if it wasn't for weirdos like you, I wouldn't have any friends at all.
Well, we appreciate that, Paul.
Good night.
There you go.
Thank you for coming on.
You did it again.
He's gone. Yeah.
You know, one thing I found out about having my YouTube channel is I get to be my goofy self just as I am.
Yep.
And I just get to be me.
And if they don't like it, they don't have to sub to it.
Yes, exactly. We're almost at 1,700. Almost.
There you go.
Woo-hoo!
Maybe by my birthday.
Great. That'd be great. How many more do you have to get to 1,700?
I think it's like 25. I think
What?
it's like 25. Yeah.
Let's drop her
25
link.
away.
He gone. Yeah, he gone.
Maybe for my birthday. It's been a
Drop-
hard my aunt passed in March, so it's been a hard past 2.5 months, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things.
Yeah.
One day at a time.
Yes, ma'am. That's all we can do. One day at a time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe for my birthday. It'd be a great birthday present.
Right.
Let's get her link shared again. Let's get her to 1,700. 23?
Like
More?
25 away.
25
think.
away from 1,700, y'all. We weirdos feel just like you, Paul. I know. I love this community.
Yes,
I
so do
said
I.
it in the very beginning. This community is awesome. And I just love sharing people out and watching them grow. And if I grow in the meantime, hey, I grow, but at least I'm helping others out, you know?
You bless others, you're going to get the blessings
If
back.
you help
Yes, ma'am.
people climb to the top, doesn't that
Always.
mean you're at the top too?
I'm always at top.
Like,
I always
but
feel like I'm on the clouds. That's what I meant.
That's the saying.
I'm not
If you
above
help,
anybody.
If you help somebody get to the top,
Yeah.
then by default, you're at the top too.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
There you go. Dale got it.
Thank you, Dale.
And
Thank you, Dale.
Ace. So she's got 25 more.
Yep. Maybe for my birthday. We'll hope. If not, I'm just thankful for all the friends and community and everybody that I found. And keep smiling and keep laughing, Amy.
Thank you so much.
Yes. We love you both and we love everybody. So have a good night. And
have a good night, Mary.
Stay well. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, so to everyone in here, that's awesome. Yeah, then I can say they're at the top and I know them. I am who I am, love who I love. That's why I love all of y'all for being you. You too, Troy. Absolutely.
Dale's getting after it.
Dale is dropping those links. I'll give it a minute. Let him drop some more links and
Shoot for 10:30. We got 3 minutes.
I got 3 minutes. I'll kill 3 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
Yeah, talking to y'all and thanking y'all again for coming hours like I usually do. But my internet is just
you know what
doing
I say about that?
What?
Oh well.
Oh well. I know somebody. Well, y'all, it's come to the end. But hey, when are we canoeing, Chris? Oh, Palmetto Paratrooper has. You got 2 minutes.
The Illinois is just under
Well,
active level, like 11 feet right now. It's pretty good actually right now.
well, you're not going right now.
Why not?
Because you're not going right now. You still have work and all kinds of stuff. So whatever, meh. I don't see you missing work to go down to Illinois.
I do.
He's used to.
Y'all ain't right.
Oh my gosh! There goes another comment. Palmetto Paratrooper. The deep subject for Shalomar is like mine. Well, we had fun, but my internet is just, it goes in and out, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that again in a Chris, I'm still working on a raft for the trip. There we go. Look. Everybody's ready. Look. Everybody's ready.
The railing off the pontoon and move the helm forward and build a little box and yeah.
I will be live tomorrow at 5:00 Central Standard Time for What's Up Wednesdays. Get Starlink. Is that better than what we have? I don't know. Love you guys. I will see y'all tomorrow if y'all stop on in and say hello, but I'm only doing an hour. That's me streaming both YouTube and Facebook. So, yeah. I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. Go subscribe to the people and go watch their stuff. Good night. Best move we ever made. Oh, Loose Screw Ranch is back. Good night.